My name is Angelina Namiba. I work as a project manager for Positively UK, which is an HIV charity that supports men, women and children living with HIV.
I'm Malcolm Brown. I'm the head of exceptional funding and high cost cases, and I work at the Ministry of Justice in London.
I'm Peter Goebbels. I've been living with HIV for 25 years.
My name's Dan Glass. I'm from ACT UP London, which stands for AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power.
I suppose the most noticeable one was when I applied for the job here. I mean, going back a long time now, but I remember the health questionnaire. And as a result of my disclosure, I was sort of put outside the ordinary process, and although I'd passed the assessment, there were questions about whether I was suitable to be employed and whether doctors could say that I was fit to work, etc.
I was diagnosed in 1989, so I've been through a whole roller coaster of stigma from the very early diagnosis, where I was told, well, you're gay, you should have been expecting that you're going to get AIDS at the time, to being refused medical treatment, being refused dental care, being told by the dentist that I should come at the end of the day so they could get everything good clean for the next day.
It's mainly coming from people who are well-meaning but make quite ignorant comments, such as, can I share that sandwich with you, or they buy me a pint because they think that might be our last one, which is always quite nice.
The first example is the fact that our organisation is probably the only organisation in the UK that openly employs people living with HIV. So to do the job that I do, I actually have to be HIV positive. So all I do is I go and work. I don't have to worry about disclosing my status, taking my treatments, clinic appointments, etc. So I think that's a really, really positive example. And a second positive example that we've done at my workplace is very recently we produced a film called We Are Positive. This is a film looking at a number of people living with HIV, filmed openly, and as you know, that's not always so easy. So they've been filmed very openly, just saying what HIV is and what HIV is not.
Mainly I'm very inspired by friends and family groups who don't wait for the authorities to educate them, but educate themselves and get together in community groups and support their friends who have become infected.
So what we do is, through education, through leaflets, through role models, we as an organisation promote all types of equality and diversity. And with HIV, we have given the facts, we have given the leaflets.
When you come out as HIV positive, there's a huge weight that is lifted because you're no longer editing yourself.
What I'm doing to tackle HIV stigma is doing everything I can to protect the National Health Service. We should treasure the National Health Service. We're so lucky. I feel so lucky to be living in 2014 because my friends who survived the first crisis, they got a different story.
I speak out publicly about living with HIV. I strongly believe that those of us who are, if it's only until those of us who are directly affected can actually speak out about living with HIV, can there be change in society. Of course, we can't do it in isolation. We need the media, we need organizations, we need the public campaigns around it. However, we also need to be involved. One of the positive steps that Londoners can do on a very, very individual basis is, once they know the facts, tell the facts to somebody else.
I think a positive step that people can take to help put an end to the stigma is to reflect upon the H in HIV. It stands for human.
This is 2014. We have the education, we know the facts, we know how it's transmitted and how it's not transmitted. So just get the facts out to people, and then the stigma should go away.
What am I doing to tackle HIV stigma? I'm doing this.
That people believe that HIV and AIDS was something resolved, where Mark Fowler got in his motorbike and sped out of it, Albert Square in EastEnders, which is just not true.
As HIV for me is a virus, it's not a moral issue.
Some people are surprised because I haven't had a day off sick.
I can never just say one thing.